future, call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Hey, what is up, everyone? I'm so happy to be back. It's been some time now. Hello, Ivan. You know, I always have to say hello to you behind the screen. You know that. So what's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us today at Today's Entrepreneur here at KNLY 91.1. I have a really cool show today. I have a great guest that we're going to be talking to. She's going to bring her artwork on. We're going to talk about an event that she will be having or be a part of next in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, on February 23rd. And so what's everyone been doing? We're in like February now, second month into the year. How's everyone doing with their New Year's resolution? I know I've been working really hard at that, and it's been a challenge, but we can't give up because we're only 2 months into the year and we made it this far. I think a lot of the things that I've been focusing on this year is like fashion, obviously, and finance, and then also fitness is really, really important. We're actually going to have a guest next week. Her name is Ivory Hecker. She's actually a news reporter for Fox 26, and we're going to go over some fitness tips that she has going on this year, and we're going to talk about her music. But I think another important piece of New Year's resolution and maybe bettering ourselves is making sure that we are financially independent, and we have the like the freedom of finance and freedom of time. And it's really important to get your finance in order, especially if you are an entrepreneur. And this show is about today's entrepreneur, so I think it's important to mention that. What I've been really focusing on is helping small business owners put together a financial plan so that they can help their business succeed and reach some of their financial goals. I think it's really, really important that each family, each person, each business owner put together 3 important boxes for themselves. One of them would be to properly protect their income through life insurance. The second one is to always make sure that you have an emergency fund for yourself, because you never know what can happen. Car troubles, someone gets sick, there's extra expense. You got to, get time off of work on that. And then, importantly, make sure that you truly invest your money in the right vehicles, because you work hard. So make sure that your money, multiplies and works for you. And does anybody really know how money works? There is a rule of 72. And if you know what the rule of 72 means, I want you to call in, okay? I'm going to get you the phone number. Call in. If you can explain to me the rule of 72 and why it's important for us to know this, then I'll give you 2 tickets to the Reverie Art Gala that Rachel, who is our guest today, will be a part of. And explain to us what the rule of 72 is and why it's important. But again, how money works, I brought my business partner in today. Her name is Shar Vanderveen. Hello, Shar.
Hello, Ms.
My girl, she looking all cute today. I was like, Shar, you're going to get on camera, right? So you got to make sure that we're looking all good. Fashion, finance. But no, she's always looking cute. Shar is really great at explaining how money works. She's been in the financial industry for a long, long time. She was a mortgage broker for a very long time in Las Vegas. And Shar, tell us how does money work? What do the banks do to our hard-earned money?
Oh, it's scandalous, girl. But I will say that we learn from our parents because our parents only knew one way. Work hard, save your money, throw it in a bank. Well, at the end of the day, do you really know what banks do with your money? They basically take your money and they invest it in the marketplace. So,
Right.
Average people have, a checking savings account. In your savings, they probably give you about 0.000%, which is really nothing.
0.00
Percent.
0.1.
Exactly. And then they turn around and take your money and invest it into the marketplace. And they make about 12% on that money while you're sitting around waiting to get your money back. And then they turn around and loan it to, get a car loan, a home loan, a student loan, all that stuff, while you're not making anything. So at the end of the day.
And they're making how much? Like 12%,
12% of that money.
On our money.
Exactly.
Right,
So we're teaching
right.
people how to do that for yourself. Take your hard-earned money. You invested yourself into Roth IRAs or mutual funds, and you can make that money as well.
Right.
And plan for your retirement.
Exactly, but and also too, like you also gotta make sure, like I said, the 3 boxes, right?
Exactly.
Make sure that you're leaving some sort of legacy for your family, making sure that they're protected. God forbid something happens. I mean, life insurance is not just for when somebody passes away.
Exactly.
Right,
It is really
right.
to prepare them to have that income coming in and protect that income.
Right, right. So listen, if you are listening right now, let me give you the phone number. Call in and have explain what the rule of 72 is. I think it's very important. The phone number is 281-292-7911. When we come back, we're gonna talk about again Rachel. She is an artist that's coming on here to talk about her show. Okay, I want to also talk about like the things that has happened in the last few days. Kobe Bryant. I want to make sure that we mention that. Made a huge impact. He also an entrepreneur himself. And I followed him obviously just with basketball, but he was a really great businessman, wonderful family man, who passed away in a helicopter accident with his daughter, and then 4 other people. And he really invested his money well, and he, like I said, was a really great family man. There was an interview with him with A-Rod, and the reason why he was taking helicopters, he started taking helicopters to his practices and meetings, because he wanted to spend as much time as he can with his kids. He wanted to be back at school to pick up his daughters, because LA traffic, Los Angeles traffic, it would take him hours just to get to and from, and he could fly the helicopter for 15 minutes. So, rest in peace, and prayers to his family. And then who watched the Super Bowl? Okay, who really watched the Super Bowl for the halftime show? Really? Let's be real here, because J Lo, J Lo's on the screen right there. That's my boo. That's my it's woman. It's what is it? What woman crush? Woman crush Wednesday. Look at that! Look at that! Woman crush Wednesday. J Lo and Shakira performed at the halftime show at the Super Bowl, and I thought that it was really great. It was wonderful, because here's 2 strong, independent businesswomen, Latina women, on the stage, sharing it. Sharing that stage together, supporting each other, and showing us women that we really can do it all. Mothers, businesswomen, some wives. Some of them are wives. So kudos to them for sure. And then what else happened? The Grammys. The Grammys happened. Anybody watch the Grammys? I know the Oscars were the other day, but I want to talk about the Grammys a little bit. Demi Lovato was there. She is right there, Demi Lovato. By the way, thanks to She Magazine for providing us with the photos that you see there. But Demi Lovato did a performance there. She got choked up a little bit because she has been, as we all know, been battling mental health and mental illness, which she's been brave to talk about and sing about here. And that brings us to what we are actually going to be talking about today on the show. And I think it's a very important issue. It's an epidemic and it's a stigma that we all need to talk about. And if you come back and tune in, we'll touch more on that, and I'll introduce you to our artist. And thank you for joining me again, and we will be back.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your fusion radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Installation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam installation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Today with Cachet, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 10 to 10:30. 91.1 The Boss. Watch me live, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget, 91.1 The Boss. Today with Cachet.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
We all want to protect what we love. And we know that child safety seats and seatbelts save lives. Yet 3 out of 4 kids aren't buckled in correctly. And in 2016, 42% of Texas teens who died in crashes weren't wearing a seatbelt. Don't be a statistic. If you love it, click it. That includes you, too. Buckle up. Every rider, every ride.
Hey, I'm Sebastian de Villafranca. Together with Daniel Bisoño and Diana Mota, we will bring you the latest information regarding entertainment and gossip all the way from Mexico City. Join us for a really fun hour together only on KLNY 91.1 FM.
This is E.L. Crane of Real Estate U here each and every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 91.1 FM The Boss. Remember, that's Real Estate U. Insightful, informative, and a little humor tossed in. Real Estate U, listening live, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. each and every Saturday at 91.1 The Boss.
It's time to change. If you like country, we play it. If you like pop, we play it. If you like Latin music, we play it. If you like rock and roll, we play it. Because no one does fusion music like we do. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Hey everyone, thank you for coming back. This is Rose with KNLY 91.1 The Boss on today's Entrepreneur. If you're just joining us, today we're going to talk about mental health, and I invited a really great artist, a local artist here in Houston that's going to be showcasing her work. Really what I want to touch on is, the importance and the stigma of mental health and how we should really talk about it and not be ashamed of it. And there's so many different ways and avenues for you to, talk about your problems or anything that's bothering you. And the one way that we're going to talk about that today is through art. And there's going to be a show, a gala actually in Houston, February 23rd. It's called the Reverie Art Show. And it is directed by a really beautiful, talented young woman. Her name is Meredith, right? And she is also an artist. And you'll be able to get some information on that. We'll put it up on the screen. But it's the Reverie Art Show, February 23rd. It's going to be at Chapman and Kirby. There's a video up there that you can see. You can find them on Instagram as well. And it's like such a great high energy. There's Ivory. That's right there. She's going to be on our show next week. She is news reporter for Fox 26, and we're going to talk about her music and fitness. And she's also going to be at the Reverie Art Show going to perform. And the artist, one of the artists that's going to be there is none other than Rachel Vanderbos. Rachel, thank you for being with us. I appreciate your time. I know that not only is this near and dear to your heart because of your art, but because it's something that you truly believe in and has affected you also in some way. And I think actually mental health has affected many of us. Mental illness is an extremely common thing. 1 in 5 adults, 1 in 5 have mental illness. And the most prevalent number in mental illness is 1, anxiety. And 2 is depression, which closely follows that. And then there's bipolar, schizophrenia. There's so many layers of that, and we don't really like to talk about it. Maybe because we're ashamed, or we don't think that anyone will understand. But I think that let's talk about it. Let's not be afraid. So, Rachel, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us about who you are.
So my name is Rachel Vanderbos. I'm 26. I'm actually originally from Chicago, but I grew up in Vegas, so I've kind of gone to different sides of the country.
Yeah, right? Yeah, Vegas. Wow.
But I've been here in Houston for like the last 7-8 years. So,
okay.
Spent some time in Seattle for about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's probably where I can see the difference between sadness and then depression.
I think that's a really good point. That is a really good point, because it's hard to differentiate. Am I really sad? Am I sad about my life and the things that are happening?
Yeah.
Or am I depressed? So, I'm glad that you mentioned that. Yeah. Tell me about that.
So, art for me originally was just a place that I would go to really to get out of my head. I feel like it was the place where I didn't have to think about anything. I could just kind of be. And honestly, to my surprise, when I would step away from the canvas, I would see whatever image that I created. But in those moments, I don't think I ever really had a purpose of what I was really trying to draw or create. I was just simply kind of releasing.
Okay.
And so I had a really good friend who got me my very first canvas. And
when did you start painting?
I would say that I've always painted since I was probably maybe 5 or 6. My family were really artsy. My sister definitely was a painter.
Yeah.
And I just kind of mimicked and did things that she was into, and saw that I had a little bit of a talent there. It was
a little bit. You guys, wait till you see her artwork. You can actually go on her Instagram. There's not a lot of your work. You haven't really put your work out there.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's part.
It's definitely a part of it. So for me, I started really painting back in 2014.
To help cope with.
My brother passed. And when my brother passed, I think I just went through a layer of different changes, mentally, especially the grief, learning what grief really is. It's so many different faces.
And how old were you when your brother passed?
I was 21. So, yeah, 26 now. And
your brother, your older brother?
Older brother. We were all really close family, so just a shock.
Yeah.
And so with his passing, I think that's when I really dived into painting, because I felt like I wasn't really much of a writer, and I didn't really know how to vocalize my feelings. And so I think painting became like my safe haven. And so after I would paint, I felt like I don't want to just show this to everyone, for the fear of it's very personal. And I think painting definitely is therapeutic. I have been the artist that kind of paints in sad moments, so the way that I view my paintings is probably a little bit different than maybe someone else, because it's very vibrant colors. They pop out at you, and it may not even paint or express what I was feeling in those moments. So I'm excited to finally release it to everyone.
Yeah, it's kind of like a healing part of your
It's
healing.
absolutely a healing. I think what's great about this upcoming art gala is that Peace of Mind Foundation is going to be there. And that's exciting for me, because I feel like with art, I definitely was able to cope and go through my grief in a different way. And I'm excited to share that with people.
Yeah,
because it is a very, like you said, a hard topic for people to talk about.
Right.
And we kind of shy away from it and make sure that everything seems like it's perfect, it's perfect, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And you don't really know what people are going through.
Right, and a lot of the time, it is those people that are always happy and smiling and willing to be out there to help others, but they are in pain inside, and they sometimes don't know what outlets there are.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the Peace of Mind Foundation. That's the foundation that the event of every art show is going to benefit.
Yes.
And it's a nonprofit organization, and their mission is to help improve the quality, more specifically, of like OCD sufferers and caregivers through the education and research and support and advocacy of the foundation. So it's really great that that they have that outlet for others, because most of us know someone who struggled with mental health issue, right?
Absolutely. Later on through the years, actually about 2, maybe 3 years ago, my stepfather actually suffered from bipolar depression. And so I feel like being in Seattle during that time, it's very common out there.
Right.
I feel it has a lot to do with really no sun for 8-9 months out of the year.
Yeah,
It's constantly,
gloomy,
it's always
rainy.
gloomy. And so I think I learned the difference between sadness and depression during the time that I lived in Seattle. Unfortunately, our family lost him to suicide. And I jumped right back into art again, I think, during that time.
Yeah.
And I myself, I've battled with depression. I think when you lose a loved one, and unfortunately life just keeps going, and my life experiences, I've lost a lot of close people to me, especially male role models.
Right, so that's
And
really
so-
tough. I mean, you lost your brother,
Yeah.
who I know that you were very close to.
Yeah, very close.
Right, and then shortly thereafter, you
He's
lose
also-
your stepfather
Yeah.
through mental illness.
Yeah.
And so that's rough for
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah.
and the fact that you can even sit here
Yeah.
and smile, right?
It's taken a really long time, and I think I put all of. I think I feel like when I'm painting, I'm having conversations with them,
That's beautiful.
and when I step away from it, I can kind of see what that entails. And I think right now I'm in a point in my life where I'm at peace. I love them dearly, wish them could be here right now, but I'm at peace. And sometimes it's very hard to find the peace in that. And I know that there is someone out there that might need to hear that from someone that can relate to
Most
them.
definitely.
You know,
Yeah, because they're not alone. They're
No,
not
no.
alone. There's so many of us. I mean, I was reading some statistics here. 3.9% of adults age 18 and older have experienced serious psychological distress just within the past 30 days.
Yeah.
7% of persons age 12 or older have depression just within any 2-week period. And then 8% of children, this is just mind-blowing to me, 8% of children aged 6 through 17 have been diagnosed with anxiety and or depression. And then obviously you touched on suicide with your stepfather. Suicide is the second leading cause of death in 10 years old to 34 years old. Unintentional injury is the leading cause, but the second cause is suicide. So that's really some, scary numbers.
Yeah,
but I
is.
think the more that we talk about it, the more that we find ways, avenues to release some of that, like you have done with your art,
Yeah.
really helps.
And it's also very helpful to, I think I've been blessed enough to have a really great support system. I have, we're a close-knit family, and I have really great friends to be able to talk through, but sometimes having an outside source, like talking with a professional, is extremely helpful.
That's a good point. That's okay.
Yeah, I think, although I would love to unload on my family everything that's going on, sometimes
sure.
it's really difficult to do that. So having someone else, I think, is great resource to look into if you really feel like you need to get a different viewpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. So we put up some important numbers up there for you. So just want to let you guys know, it's okay. You're not alone. There's nothing wrong with you. What you're going through or what you're feeling isn't uncommon. Talk to someone, your family, friends, school counselor, therapist.
Absolutely.
Just remember, whatever that you're feeling that's too hard, it will pass. It will
Absolutely.
pass. And then, family out there, check on your friends.
Check on your strong friends.
Check on your strong friends. Life is fragile and it's short, and we talked about that with Kobe Bryant. Let's not take life for granted, and just be kind to each other. So we have those numbers up, and we'll have a link. So in case you need to reach out to someone. And but we'll be back. We're going to go on a little bit break. I want to show a little bit of Rachel's artwork when we come back, and then we'll talk about the gala, and then we're gonna do like the broom challenge.
Yes.
There's something about that. And I was like, what the heck is a broom challenge? So we're gonna be back for that. Thank you for joining us again. 91.1 FM, The Boss, KNLY. This is Rose with today's entrepreneur. See you in a few.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your fusion radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
We all want to protect what we love. And we know that child safety seats and seatbelts save lives. Yet 3 out of 4 kids aren't buckled in correctly. And in 2016, 42% of Texas teens who died in crashes weren't wearing a seatbelt. Don't be a statistic. If you love it, click it. That includes you, too. Buckle up. Every rider, every ride.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Insulation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam insulation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Hey, thanks for coming back. It's Rose with KNLY, the Boss Radio at Today's Entrepreneur. Thank you for joining us today. If you came to listen in and watch us, we talked about mental health and artwork with our artist here, Rachel Vanderboss. It's for an event that's happening in Houston. It's a great event for a great cause by Peace Among Foundation. It is a black tie event. The theme is Great Gatsby. So, ladies and gents, make sure that you come dressed to impress. And if you need a stylist, you know who to call. It's called the Reverie Art Gala. It's at Chapman and Kirby. It's from 6 to 10 p.m. Rachel, where can they get tickets?
So you can get tickets. You can follow me at Rachel Vanderboss. It is in the link in my bio.
Okay.
You can click there, and the tickets will be under Admission Rachel Vanderboss. Or you can go to reverieartshow.com, and you can also go to purchase tickets under Admission Rachel Vanderboss.
Great. I mean, and it's just not an art show. I mean, there's going to be a DJ. There's going to be dancing. The Fred Astaire dance, I think, company will be there. And it's the last show that they had that Meredith put together was so fun. And it's nothing like you've seen in Houston. So make sure that you go check that out. Reverie Art Gala, again, black tie event, Great Gatsby. But okay, it was a little heavy today. The show is heavy,
Yeah.
but that's okay. So I want to end it. I found like there was a broom challenge going on. It came from a viral tweet that claimed that NASA had said that this Monday was the only day a broom could stand on its own because of the Earth's gravitational pull. Well, I have a very good relationship with the universe, okay? The stars align for me. So we're going to see if that broom can stand today. Okay. Today is not Monday. Now, there's an astrophysicist named Paul Sutter. He was the author of Your Place in the Universe, and he says that he hates to be the astronomer. He used to be that astronomer, but the planets don't really care about the broom. They don't care about the broom. So we're going to try that today, and then if it works, then I'll be really happy about it. And but thank you for joining us again. Tune in next week. We're going to have Julie Wang, who is one of the #1 realtors here in Houston. She's actually the host of the Reverie Art Show. She'll be here next week. We're also going to have Ivory Hecker, or actually Mike Chabala. We all know him from the Houston Dynamo. He's going to come talk about his business. After all, he is today's entrepreneur. And then Ivory Hecker, again, like I said, she's a news reporter at Fox 26 who will be performing at the gala. So let's try that broom challenge, okay? Here we we go. I got my broom. And we're going to see if it stands.
Okay, you ready?
Again, the universe. Let me make sure I got it on camera. Here, this way. Okay. Here we go. You can't see the broom. Oh, the chair. Let's move the chair. Ivan's directing me to the chair. Here we go. Look, no tricks.
Ooh.
It's
standing up.
The universe is in my favor. Manifest. Thank you guys for joining us. You see the broom. It works. It's not Monday. 91.1 FM, The Boss Radio at Today's Entrepreneur. I'm Rosette Walker. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Be kind. Peace, love, happiness.